Neil Ratner here with a story. So, today is Ringo Starr's 78th birthday. And in honor of Ringo, I thought I would tell you a few things about the Beatles' excellent drummer that you might not know. But a little background first. Okay, so Ringo is the oldest Beatle, 3 months older than John, the shortest Beatle at 5'8", and the last to join the band. Now, as a kid, Ringo was pretty sickly, developing tuberculosis at age 13 and spending 2 years in a sanatorium. Now, as a matter of fact, that's when he began playing drums. To relieve the boredom, the hospital staff encouraged the patients to join the hospital band. Now, when Ringo first arrived, he was actually bedridden, but he played the cabinets next to his bed with anything he could find. I can relate to that, man. I'm a big knee drummer. All right. Now, this stimulated his interest in drumming, which led to a gift of a copy of the Alan Ainsworth song, Bedtime for Drums. Now, according to Ringo, I was in a hospital bed. That's where I really started playing. I never wanted anything else from there on. My grandparents gave me a mandolin and a banjo, but I didn't want them. My grandfather gave me a harmonica. We had a piano. Nothing. Only the drums. So as a teenager, Ringo was very much of a teddy boy and hung out with some rough characters who had a habit of getting into trouble. But they also liked skiffle music, and Ringo became a big fan. So much so, he started to play in skiffle groups, eventually ending up in Rory Storm and the Hurricanes, and the band was so impressed with Ringo that they would give him drum solos, and they would introduce it as Star Time. And so, Richard Starkey became Ringo #1 for all the rings he wore, and #2, Star after Star Time. And in August 1962, he became the last permanent Beatle, replacing Pete Best. And fittingly, Ringo was the last member of the band to record a Beatles track when he entered Abbey Road Studios in 1970 to record parts for Across the Universe, The Long and Winding Road, and I, Me, Mine. Now, Ringo's first big hit as a solo artist was the song It Don't Come Easy. And although only Ringo is credited as the songwriter, he had a lot of help from his buddy George Harrison, who was very generous in giving Ringo full writing credit. The track, without Ringo's vocal and horn parts, was already completed when Harrison gave it to him, and even included a scratch vocal from George. All right, let's listen to a little of the song. When Ringo debuted his all-star band in 1989, this was the first song they did. And after his friend and brother-in-law, Joe Walsh, finally inducted Ringo as a solo artist into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2015, they did this song. Now I'll end my story with a couple of quotes. Chad Smith, another great drummer from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, said, "Before Ringo, drum stars were measured by their soloing ability and virtuosity. Ringo's popularity brought forth a new paradigm in how the public saw drummers." I agree with that. We started to see the drummer as an equal participant in the compositional aspect. One of Ringo's great abilities was that he composed unique, stylistic drum parts for the Beatles song. His parts are so signature to the songs that you can listen to a Ringo part without the rest of the music and still identify the song. You go, Chad, I agree. And finally, his buddy and bandmate John Lennon had this to say. Ringo was a star in his own right in Liverpool before we even met. Ringo was a professional drummer who sang and performed and was in one of the top groups in Britain, but especially in Liverpool. So Ringo's talent would have come out one way or another. Whatever that spark is in Ringo, we all know it, but we can't put our finger on it. Whether it's acting, drumming, or singing, I don't know. There's something in him that's projectable, and he would have surfaced as an individual. Ringo is a damn good drummer. And I agree with that. He was perfect for the Beatles. So a happy 78th birthday to Ringo Starr. And if you read my little blurb at the beginning of this, at 12 noon in your hometown, or do it now if it's past 12 noon, hashtag peace and love. Spread that wave all over the world for Ringo Starr. All right. That's my story. I hope you enjoyed it. Neil Ratner, Rock Doc. Have a great day, and I'll see you real soon. Yeah.